This video will discuss the doctrine of separation of powers. I am Yasin Al-Razi, Assistant Professor at the Department of Law, Jagannath University. The doctrine of separation of powers, or SOP, concerns the three major organs of the state: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. The historical evolution began in ancient Greece, where Aristotle identified the deliberative, magistracy, and judiciary agencies. Later, in the 17th century, John Locke argued for separating legislative and executive powers to prevent corruption. Montesquieu systematically articulated the doctrine in the 18th century, coining the term "Trias Politica." This heavily influenced the Founding Fathers, who incorporated the doctrine into the U.S. Constitution to prevent the concentration of power. The elements of SOP are defined by the roles of the government organs. The legislature makes laws, the executive implements and administers them, and the judiciary interprets the laws and administers justice. The doctrine requires a separation of functions, where each branch performs only its primary role. It also necessitates a separation of personnel, ensuring the same people do not form part of more than one branch. Finally, non-interference, often implemented through checks and balances, ensures mutual accountability. This prevents arbitrary rule and maintains a balance of power among the organs. In modern applicability, the USA utilizes a presidential, strict separation model with mechanisms like the presidential veto. In contrast, the UK uses a parliamentary fusion of powers model, where the executive is drawn from the legislature. India and Bangladesh follow a parliamentary system with functional overlap. In these countries, the executive is part of the legislature, though a system of checks and balances, including judicial review, is maintained. Germany employs a parliamentary, moderate fusion model, with a strong constitutional court. France operates under a semi-presidential system with distinct separation but specific overlaps, such as the Constitutional Council reviewing legislation. A complete separation of powers is impracticable due to the difficulty in rigidly classifying all government functions. Strict separation would also lead to governmental paralysis, as effective governance requires cooperation. Complete separation is also undesirable, as it eliminates essential checks and balances, making accountability difficult. Judicial review, a necessary function to protect rights, inherently involves an overlap of functions. Leading case law includes Marbury versus Madison in the USA, which established judicial review. In India, case of Ananda Bharati versus State of Kerala established the, quote, basic structure doctrine, protecting the separation of powers. Thank you for watching this video on the doctrine of separation of powers.